Good morning everyone. So हमारी आज की पोएम है Coromandel Fishers. Alright. So the poem consists of 3 stanzas having 4 lines each. Alright. Let us start with the stanza 1. Stanza 1, the poet asks the fisherman to rise as the day is about to appear. She uses some symbols to tell us. First, she says the wakening sky sprays to the morning light, which means that the sky which was sleeping in the night has woken up and is welcoming the light. Here the poet uses personification by using awakening, a human activity, for the sky, a non-living activity. Next she says, the wind lies asleep in the arms of the dawn like a child that has cried all night. Means that the sea wind that leads to the storm is now calm, right? Because of the morning which is about to come. Thus, the wind is just like a child which kept crying throughout the night and now he is quiet. Here the poet uses simile to compare now calm wind with a child. By uses these 2 symbolic examples, she declares that the morning is near. In the 3rd line, the poet asks fishermen to gather nets from the shore and set catamarans to free in order to capture leaping wealth of the tide, for we are the king of the sea. According to the poet, the fishermen should collect their nets from the seashores and take their boats because the tide is full of wealth, which is sheep, fishes, seagulls, etc. And they are the kings. They just need to go to the sea to capture the wealth that is theirs. Hence, they should hurry. In stanza 2, the poet asks the fishermen to do everything fast. The gull's call is a symbol used to depict that morning is near. The poet calls sea as a mother, cloud as brother, and sea waves as their comrades, that is, companions. Here again, the poet uses personification. Sea is considered the mother because it feeds them and helps them in sustain their life. Similarly, clouds are their brothers because they guide the fishermen, while the waves are companions because they keep moving with them. The poet thus wants to say that all are family and help each other. She urges not to fear because even if they would not return back by the sunset, the sea god, which according to her holds the sea storm by the head, will save them, right? Will hide in his dreams our lives. In the final stanza, the stanza number 3, the poet says that the shades of the coconut glade, the scent of the mango grove, and the sands at the oak, the moon, with the sound of the voices they love, are sweet and enjoyable, but these joys are temporary. Rather, they should go for the kiss of the spray. The kiss of the spray is the water drop falling on the face while in the sea, alright? And the dances of the foam's beat, that is, the foam which forms up by the down movement of the tides, which according to the poet are sweeter and work struggling. In the last line, she asks the fishermen to depart for the point in the sea where the sun meets the sky, that is the horizon. Alright, symbolically it refers to the infinity or a place without end. In this perspective, she asks the fishermen to dive into the infinite sea. Alright, so I hope with this explanation this poem is pretty clear to you guys. And in case if you guys have any problems in understanding the poem, you can ask me out the same. Alright, stay home, stay safe.